Hey guys, so I'm actually filming this Friday evening, but you guys will be watching this Saturday. So the first week, which I'm considering days 1 through 5, was exhausting. I ended up getting really sick on Wednesday, and so keeping up with all the videos and the workouts was definitely a really big challenge for me this week. And I've gotten kind of behind. I was actually like bedridden yesterday and the day before. I have just felt like complete crap. I'm finally feeling a little bit better, and so I'm going to use this weekend to catch up a little bit and get back on top of everything. I haven't been eating very much, honestly, because I've been so sick, and I've had a few other things going on where I have like this much of an appetite. So I just wanted to make a quick video to kind of talk about how things are going for me, and hopefully some of you guys can relate. And ultimately, so this 21-day challenge was designed to be something that I actually do and I actually implement in my daily life, and it was meant to be something that I could share with those people without being fake or without saying you have to work out every day for 21 days so that you can be fit and blah blah blah, because that shit's not true. So I meant for this to be real. I meant for this to be something that everybody could do. I meant for it to be a true reflection of what I actually do on a daily basis. So I don't work out 7 days a week. I don't know who does. If you do, I mean, like, I'm bowing down to you, because I have no idea how people do that. I mean, really, your body does need time to rest. And sure, if you're just doing a 21-day challenge, or you're doing a week-long challenge or whatever, and you want to push your body to the limit, that's great to work out every day. But this 21-day challenge wasn't just meant to be a one-time thing. This was meant to be something that people could go back on and use and implement in their daily life, and to try and give them a foundation of how to start exercising and how to start being healthy and how to just push through life the best that they could. So I don't work out 7 days a week. I try and work out Monday through Friday, and then I honestly like to take the weekends, and I like to regroup. I like to let my muscles, rest. I like to give them time to rebuild, because your body does need rest time. Basically, when you're working out, you're just shredding those muscle fibers, and if you don't give them time to build and basically, I can't think of the word that I'm looking for. It's been a long day, but if you don't give them time to rebuild and connect back together, you're not ever going to see the muscle definition that you're hoping for. You do have to have rest periods. And so normally what I do, honestly, is I work out Monday through Friday and I take the weekend off. It works best with my schedule. It works best with what I do on the weekends, and it honestly works best for me. I work really hard Monday through Friday. I do work on weekends. Like every third weekend I work. But that's not a huge deal. But, for the most part, weekends are time for me to regroup mentally and physically, and for me to just get ready for the next week. So what I'm doing with this 21-day challenge is your weekends are your weekends. And I don't want you to take that as, oh, I'm going to sit on the couch and watch Netflix all day and eat a bunch of junk food and not really do anything. I don't mean that by a rest weekend. By a rest weekend, I mean stretching, I mean yoga, I mean taking a hike with your family, I mean taking a run or going on a walk with your dogs, or doing something that you enjoy, but still being active in that aspect, because that's what I do. I don't go to the gym, and I don't really do a regular workout on the weekends. I try and do fun outdoor activities where I'm still active, I'm still going, but it's a little bit more enjoyable than just like the daily gym grind or the daily workout grind. And so, that's what I'm going to be doing for this 21-day challenge. And so that's what I wanted to share with you guys. So I'm not going to have specific workouts that you do on Saturdays and Sundays. Your weekends are your weekends, and I want you to enjoy them just like I'm going to enjoy mine. But try and stay active. Keep yourself hydrated. Try and, and especially if you're not going to be working out a whole lot, you definitely want to concentrate on your nutrition at that point. And you want to watch what you eat a little bit more. But like I said, weekends are for fun. So no specific workouts for Saturday and Sunday, but do try and stay active. So anyways, I wanted to take a second to just touch base with you guys on everything that's been going on. So we did take that trip to Colorado that I had talked about to look at apartments. It was successful during the first half. And then the second half, I kind of got thrown a curveball, and I won't go into a lot of details, but I got thrown a huge curveball, and it's turned my life kind of upside down again. And I feel like over the last few months, my life has just been a series of hopes and then letdowns, and then plans and then letdowns, and then more plans and more letdowns. And it's starting to get really discouraging, to say the least. And, this recent plan that I have thought through fairly well, and that's the reason we took the trip to Colorado, was to look at apartments. I'm sorry, I have to take a second because I have to cough really badly. Okay, I think I'm good. But the whole reason that we took this trip to Colorado was because we're going to be moving there in January. And so we wanted to take it to get a feel of the area and different apartment complexes, and to see what we could afford and what we couldn't afford, and to basically just get a foundation of where we were headed, because I know it's a little too early to be applying for places to live and things like that, but I wanted to get a feel for the area and where I wanted to live and things like that. So that was the whole purpose of the trip. And like I said, there were some things that were thrown at me last minute, actually halfway through this trip, during this trip, and it's kind of flipped my whole world upside down. I'm going through a lot of things, and then this was just another thing added on top of my shoulders with everything else that I'm dealing with. And so, I'm a little scared. I'm a little worried. I just feel like everything is so unclear at the moment, and that terrifies me. It excites me, but it terrifies me, because I know that I need something new and I need something different. I'm not happy with where I'm at. I'm not happy with what I'm doing and who I am. And I want to find that. I want to find who I am. I want to find that happiness. I want to find something bigger and something better than this for myself. And so I know that moving away and trying something different, for me at least, is the first step to finding that. It just seems like every time I get to like a plan and I'm like, yes, this is going to work, this is going to go through, something is thrown at me and it totally destroys the whole plan. And I don't think that this plan is totally destroyed as far as moving to Colorado, because I'm still planning on doing that, but I may have to go alone. That's one of the curveballs that was thrown at me. I'm not going to go into detail, but I wasn't planning on moving alone, and I may have to, which is kind of scary, because I don't want to do that. I don't want to move all the way, however 10 hours away by myself, but I think that it's something that I need. And so if it comes down to it, I'll do it. If it's going to mean, my happiness or not, ultimately I'm going to think about myself, but it's challenging, and it's really hard to plan out your life. It doesn't happen that way. And as we're growing up, everybody always says you need a plan. You need a plan. You need to do this, A, B, C, D, da-da-da. You need to go to college, get a degree. You'll get a good job. You'll have a family, blah, blah, blah. I'm here to tell you that shit is just, it's shit. I listened to that for, I don't know, however many years. I went through school. I graduated high school. I went straight to college. I did my 4 years of college. I got my degree. Still didn't have a good job, had the same job that I had when I started college. I still don't have a good job. You don't just graduate and get a good ass job and now your life is just all wonderful. It doesn't work that way. And I think that, that doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. And people get so wrapped up in that mindset and that stigma that that's exactly what everybody has to do. For example, I'm not going to name names, but I had someone pretty much look at me like and say to me that I'm an idiot for wanting to leave a place that I know, a place that I'm secure in, a place where I have a job. It's not like the best job either, so I don't really understand. But I pretty much had someone say that I'm wasting my potential on going and doing something that I'm unsure about, or trying something that is out of my comfort zone, and they thought it was a waste of time. And I don't think that's true. If you're feeling unhappy with what's going on, the worst thing that you can do is be stagnant. That's the worst thing that you can do. The best thing that you can do for yourself as you're unhappy is to change things. Nothing is going to change in your life unless you change it for yourself. I mean, that's just plain and simple. And that's something that I've had to learn the hard way. In all reality, I have not changed things in my life for so many years, and it's gotten me to this point where I'm so unhappy, and I'm having all of these issues that I'm having to work through, and you shouldn't have to do that. The point of what I'm trying to say is that things don't always work out the way that you want them to, but that doesn't mean that it's wrong, and that things don't always work out the way that everybody else thinks that they should for you, but ultimately it's your life, and you need to do what makes you happy and do what is going to make you successful however you define success. And that's a really important statement. How you define success is not how, Jim Bob defines success. It's not how your boss defines success. It's not how your mom defines success. It's not. So do your life for you, and don't let people who think your move to Denver or your move to California by yourself with little money and not sure what you're going to do for a job, don't let people thinking that that is stupid affect you from doing those things if you think it's going to make you happy, because what's going to make you happy is ultimately what matters. I don't mean to be ranting a whole lot, but I've had one of those days. I've had some things said to me over the last couple of days. I've had some ups and downs and a little bit of some, I guess, possible life changes. And so I'm just feeling really strongly about those at the moment. Gosh, I'm so upset. I'm angry with what happened. And like I said, I'm not going into detail about it, but I'm angry with that person, and I'm angry with what happened. And I don't really know how to process those feelings, and I don't really know how to process where I'm going to go from here, because it changes my plans to an extent. Because moving and doing all of those things, I was planning on a two-person thing, and this was going to be a combined effort. We were going to do it together, and I'm not sure if that's going to happen. And so, but that doesn't mean that I can't still do it for myself. I may just have to tweak some things. I may have to tweak the area that I go to where it's a little bit more affordable for me. I may have to tweak, how much I can spend on an apartment. But ultimately, you can get to where you want to go by yourself without anybody else. You can. And that's something that I struggle with, and that's something that I struggle to know myself. So saying it out loud to everybody else, I hope I don't sound preachy, because I have a really hard time believing that every single day. And so just saying it out loud helps me realize that it is true and that I need to accept that for myself also. I don't really know if all of this made much sense, but I just had so much on my mind, and I just wanted to get it off my chest. Fuck. Sometimes I just sit here and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, The last day at my job is December 1st, and I'm not going to have a job for the month of December because I was going to be moving sooner, and then some things changed, and now I'm not going to be moving until at least after the holidays, and I'm not going to have a job for the whole month of December. I'm going to have to figure something else out. But shit, man. I mean, it sucks. You think you have everything planned out, you think you have it all figured out, and then someone throws you a fucking curveball, and it turns your whole world upside down, and it puts you in a tailspin, and it sucks. And it totally sucks how that happens, but it happens. And if it's happened to you, you're not alone, because it's happened to me 4 times in the last, 7 or 8 months. I mean, my plans and my life goals and all of these things have changed so many times in the last 7 to 8 months. My head feels like it's going to explode, but ultimately it's going to be okay. And I'm saying that more for my sake, because I need to hear myself say that it's going to be okay, because I don't really think it is most of the time. But in the long run, if you look at the bigger picture, it's going to be okay. It may not seem okay right now, because it doesn't. It definitely does not seem okay for me right now. I have spent the majority of the last couple of days either crying, angry, or sneezing and coughing because I've been fucking sick. But, that's just how life goes. And sometimes life sucks. And sometimes it's difficult and sometimes it throws you curveballs, and that doesn't mean that you can't get to where you wanted to go. You just may have to take a different path to get there. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and I'm gonna keep pushing. So I hope that you guys, whatever you're going through, you keep pushing, and that you realize that even though it may not seem like it, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, because I have a really hard time believing that sometimes. I really do. Sometimes I feel like everything is so dark and I'm never going to find a light. But just keep pushing and you'll find it eventually. So that's really all I have to say about, life and my little mini motivational speech. But yeah, so happy weekend. No specific workouts over the weekend. We'll be back to kick ass on Monday, and hopefully I'll have some good workouts for you next week. I do have the weekend off, so I'll be able to plan a little bit better and have some really good things for you guys, hopefully. So take the weekend off, enjoy yourself, enjoy your family, enjoy your friends. Get outside, do something, go hiking, go running, take your dogs for a walk, do anything, do something outside. Do something that you enjoy that brings you happiness this weekend. That is my 6 and 7 day challenge to you, are to spend these next 2 days enjoying things that you like to do just for you. That's all I have to say. I'm going to get off here, and I think I'm going to lay down. I feel really crappy. I'm still sick. I'm getting better. I did go to the doctor and get some meds, so I feel a little bit better. But we'll see. Hopefully by the weekend it should be fine. So anyways, I hope that you guys have a great weekend, and if I don't talk to you before, I will talk to you on Monday when we get back to our ass-kicking workouts. So have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you then.